Okay, so we found 7 cruise routes that basically nobody is talking about, and I cannot believe these are even real. We literally tracked down dozens of people over 55 who have been secretly hoarding this information like it's buried treasure. And guys, they finally told us everything. These are not your boring basic cruises that your travel agent keeps pushing on you. No, no, no. These are the routes that experienced travelers whisper about at dinner, share in tiny secret online groups, and guard like their lives depend on it. And here is the craziest part. Every single person we talked to said the same thing. The moment too many people find out about these routes, the magic completely disappears. So we are literally racing against time here. What makes these 7 routes absolutely insane is the combination of things nobody else is giving you. Real destinations, real experiences, and natural beauty so jaw-dropping it will make you want to cry. These are not quick photo stop cruises for people chasing likes online. These are full, life-changing journeys that will transform you forever. The people who know about these routes tried really hard not to tell us, but lucky for you, they are also incredibly generous humans who believe amazing experiences should be shared. And that is exactly why we are about to blow the lid off all 7 of them right now. The first route that comes up again and again in these conversations is the St. Lawrence Seaway, combined with the Canadian Maritimes. Most people think of Canada as a destination for summer road trips or ski vacations, but sailing through this region during the autumn months is an experience that defies easy description. The St. Lawrence River itself is one of the most dramatic waterways on the planet, flanked by ancient cliffs, charming French-Canadian villages, and forests that explode into every shade of red, orange and gold during the fall season. Ships navigate through Quebec City, one of the oldest and most beautifully preserved cities in North America, before continuing toward the rugged coastlines of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. The people who live along these shores have maintained traditions and ways of life that feel genuinely untouched by the relentless pace of modern tourism. Lobster shacks, lighthouse walks, and conversations with fishermen who have worked the same waters for generations. These are the moments that travelers over 55 consistently describe as the highlights of their entire cruising lives. Moving across the Atlantic, the second secret route takes travelers through the Scottish Isles and along the dramatic coastline of Northern Ireland. While most European cruises funnel passengers through the Mediterranean, this northern circuit offers something entirely different. A landscape of raw, almost violent beauty that feels like stepping into another world entirely. The Orkney Islands, the Outer Hebrides, and the Isle of Skye each possess a character so distinct that it is difficult to believe they exist within the same country. Ancient standing stones rise from misty hillsides, sea eagles circle above dramatic cliffs, and small harbour towns welcome visitors with a warmth that feels completely genuine rather than commercially manufactured. The crossing to Northern Ireland adds another layer of historical and cultural depth, with the Giant's Causeway standing as one of the most genuinely awe-inspiring natural formations anywhere on Earth. Travelers who have completed this route consistently mention that it changed their understanding of what Europe actually is, stripping away the polished tourist veneer and revealing something far older and more profound beneath. The Atlantic crossing between these two archipelagos is itself a meditative experience that many older travelers describe as unexpectedly transformative, connecting the Azores archipelago with the Canary Islands in a loop that most cruise passengers never even consider. The Azores, sitting roughly 900 miles west of mainland Portugal, are among the most geologically spectacular islands on the planet. Volcanic craters filled with impossibly blue lakes, hot springs bubbling up through coastal rocks, and whale-watching opportunities that rival anywhere in the world. All of this exists on islands that receive a fraction of the visitors that more famous destinations attract. The Canary Islands, while somewhat better known, reveal an entirely different face when approached by sea and explored beyond the resort zones. Tenerife's volcanic interior, La Palma's ancient laurel forests, and Lanzarote's otherworldly lava fields represent a version of Spain that most tourists never encounter. The fourth route moves to the other side of the world entirely, to the Seto Inland Sea of Japan. This sheltered body of water, nestled between the Japanese islands of Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu, contains over 3,000 islands, and represents one of the most culturally rich and visually stunning waterways anywhere on Earth. Small expedition-style vessels navigate between islands where traditional crafts, ancient temples, and contemporary art installations coexist in a harmony that feels uniquely Japanese. The island of Naoshima has become quietly famous among art lovers for its extraordinary collection of museums and outdoor sculptures, while Onomichi offers a labyrinth of temple-lined hillside paths that reward slow, unhurried exploration. What makes this route particularly appealing to travelers over 55 is the pace, unhurried, contemplative, and deeply respectful of the local culture and environment. Japan's legendary hospitality reaches its fullest expression in these smaller island communities where visitors are received with a genuine warmth that leaves lasting impressions. The fifth route returns to Europe but ventures deeper into Norway than most cruise itineraries dare to go. While the Geiranger Fjord and Sognefjord appear on countless cruise schedules, the less visited fjords of northern Norway, particularly those above the Arctic Circle, offer experiences of staggering beauty and profound solitude. The Lofoten Islands, with their dramatic mountain peaks rising directly from the sea and their brightly colored fishing villages clinging to rocky shores, represent a version of Norway that feels almost mythological. Further north, the Svalbard archipelago introduces travelers to polar landscapes where polar bears outnumber humans and the midnight sun transforms the sky into a canvas of impossible colors. Travelers who have ventured this far north consistently describe a feeling of standing at the very edge of the inhabited world, a sensation that is simultaneously humbling and exhilarating in equal measure. If you are a cruise maniac like me, then you already know that the world's waterways are not just routes on a map. They are invitations to live more fully, to see more clearly, and to understand just how magnificent this planet truly is. Every route we have explored together today, from the Norwegian fjords to the Patagonian channels, represents a chapter in a story that never really ends, because there is always another horizon waiting just beyond the last one. If these destinations have stirred something in you, if you found yourself mentally packing your bags or reaching for a notepad to jot down a bucket list edition, then this is exactly the community you belong in. Hit that like button to let me know which of these 7 routes has captured your imagination the most, and subscribe so that you never miss another journey we take together. New routes, hidden gems, insider tips, and the kind of honest cruise conversation that actually helps you plan the adventure of a lifetime. It is all here, and it is all waiting for you. Welcome aboard, fellow cruise maniac. The best voyages are always still ahead.